Miranda is a 19-year-old girl with 3 children by 3 different men. And when she married Jacob, she thought she finally had a chance at giving her kids a father. But now she claims to have evidence that Jacob is cheating with his own cousin. He's the father of your 3rd child, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you met on a website or something?
Yeah, we met on a dating website, and he just messaged me, and, you know, I asked him to come over, and we had unprotected sex.
The first night?
It was, yeah, and he left the next morning, and it was just
So you walked in, he walked in, what'd you think?
I didn't like him. I mean, I thought he was cute and everything, but after a little while, I was like, God, he's obnoxious, and he's just...
So how'd you end up sleeping with him then?
He was very confident in himself, and after everyone kind of calmed down, he started to actually be sweet.
Right.
And it was just supposed to be a one-night stand.
Oh, you were looking for a one-night stand?
Yeah.
I like a girl that admits what she wants, right? Nothing wrong with that. You were pregnant.
Well, he sent me a message or a picture of him in a Hooters shirt, being his silly self, and asked him, you know, why would you send me this? And he said that he felt bad for not talking to me, just, you know, leaving after we slept together.
Oh, so you didn't hear from him?
No, and 2 days before that, I found out that I was pregnant. He's the only guy that I slept with. So I was scared to tell him, but I was like, funny story. He's like, please don't say pregnant. I'm like, yep. And then he's like, well, we should probably hang out and get to know each other if we're gonna have a kid.
Not good.
And we started to...
See, we're laughing about this, but I'm serious. Teenagers should not be having kids, right? And you're 19, you got 3 of them.
It's very hard.
It's gotta be real tough, right? Because we're kind of laughing. It's a funny story. But tell all the teen girls out there how hard it is to be a teen mom.
You have to grow up so fast. Everyone expects so much from you, and you have children to depend on you.
Which are a huge demand, right?
Yeah, you don't get to have fun anymore. You always have to be there. You have to be...
You don't get to be a kid anymore. You don't get to be a teenager anymore.
And everyone expects you to act like an adult.
Right.
I moved 3 hours away from my entire family, all my friends, everything that I've ever known.
Right.
For someone that I barely knew. And I gave up everything for him. He's a great dad, and that's all I wanted is for my kids to have a dad.
I understand, but you know, what if he like did something with his cousin?
It's disgusting.
Yeah, would you stay with him? Maybe, right? Because you want to work things out.
And on his tablet, I saw on his Facebook all these messages from her saying, yes, I deleted them, don't worry, and you're special for asking that question. And
that's kind of weird.
I threatened him. I wrote out a long message, and I was like, I will press send if you do not tell me what happened right now. I don't deserve to be lied to. And he told me that they were sending naked pictures back and forth. They didn't talk about anything sexual, just sending pictures.
You threatened him to send a message to who?
To her.
Oh.
And I confronted her, and she said that she took him off the internet because he kept begging. He wouldn't stop. And
so she took pictures off the internet,
yeah.
said they were her. Mm-hmm. He was begging for naked pictures of his cousin.
And that's just, I don't believe they're off the internet, but after that, a few days later, he asked me to marry him, and I said yes. I was picking out wedding invitations. I was in the process of buying a wedding dress. We were planning a wedding together. I was excited, and then he told me, a few months later we got in a fight, and he told me that it was all because he felt bad for the whole cousin thing.
That he married you?
That's why he asked me to marry him. 4 months after our son was born, he was at softball and he didn't come home, and I was calling everyone that I knew. I was calling family, I was calling all of his friends. No one knew where he was. Finally, someone called him, he called me, and he gave me some stupid story. And then I heard her in the background.
His cousin? Another girl.
A different girl. He finally told me that he was with another girl, and I said, 1 hour. You have 1 hour, come home, we will talk about this. It's her or your family. And I kept begging. I was sending texts, I was leaving voicemails, just begging him not to sleep with her. Don't throw away your family for some girl. And 10 a.m. the next morning, he called me and admitted that he slept with her on the side of the road in his truck.
In his truck. All right, you know what? I just want to give you a piece of advice, okay? You seem like a very sweet young girl, all right? No matter what happens with this relationship, hopefully it works out for you and you're married forever. Chances of that are probably not too good.
No.
If you do end up at some point with this relationship ending, slow down. And you really need to be careful about having any more kids. And you have to be careful of who you're jumping in a relationship with. You're a beautiful young woman. Take your time, go slow with it. When you jump in relationships and you really don't know the person, these are the kind of things that happen.
Miranda, I'm not cheating on you.
I'm sick of you lying all the time and hiding stuff.
I'm sorry, the past is the past, Miranda.
But you're still doing it and we're married.
I've been faithful since we've been married.
Oh, like writing our
Miranda,
number
we can't
down?
live off the past. We can't
But
live
when you
off the
keep
past.
doing it, I am gonna live off the past because you're never gonna change.
I'm sorry.
I need you to be the man that I need.
Miranda, it was one time and I told you.
You gave your family up for some girl and then you're still doing it. You don't about us. All you care about is you, if you're happy.
No. Miranda, we have 3 kids. I married you for a reason.
You left me and our 3 kids at home while you go slept with some other girl in the ditch.
Why are you sending naked pictures to your cousin?
I don't know.
You know,
That's always his answer. I
so
don't know.
you obviously are sexually attracted to her. So just say it. Say, I'm a freak.
I'm stupid is what I am.
Yeah, you're real stupid.
That's his answer for everything. I'm stupid.
Now, you marry her, she says, because she said that you said, I married you because I got caught with my cousin and...
No, he proposed to me because he felt guilty
About the cousin thing.
about the whole cousin because I was
because
pregnant.
she was pregnant. Is that true?
Basically, yes.
Oh, well,
You
that's...
switch way.
How's a woman supposed to feel with that?
I'm sure very terrible.
I don't understand why you married him.
I love
You love him.
And our kids. He is such a you're a great dad. You really are. But you need to...
Have you cheated on her since you've been
you're gonna
married?
Change.
No.
No. And you believe she set up a fake Facebook profile to trap you, right? Catch?
How?
Try to
How
catch
is
you.
it?
In,
Please.
in a way, because
In a way.
nothing
Did you
was...
set up a fake Facebook?
No, me and her were messaging when he was right there. How am I supposed to be messaging myself when you are right there? How?
You're good
On
at
magic?
it.
I'm good.
Do you
I'm
love
good.
her?
Yes, I do.
Then why do you keep doing this to me? If you don't want me, leave. Quit hurting me. I am sick of it. I can't do it anymore. I can't handle it. I can't. I'm sick of always being sad, always worrying when you're gonna
Miranda.
leave.
Do you think she cheats on you?
No.
No. So why did we give her a lie detector test?
I,
We don't need it, right?
no.
Good. Just
Read it. So you can see, I have never done anything to purposely hurt you. Yes, I've messed up, but I have never wanted to hurt you.
We asked her, since June of 2013, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone besides Jacob? And she said no. Since June of 2013, have you had sexual intercourse with any of your husband's family members?
Yeah,
She said
that
no.
was fun.
Yeah.
The accusing of that. When I was miserable there and I put up with it for you.
And she's not the one fooling around with her cousin either. Since being married to Jacob, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone else? She said no. And this one's kind of stupid, but we asked it anyways. Yeah. Did you make that Facebook account to trap Jacob cheating? She said no. And the results for all her questions came back the same, and it came back that Miranda told the truth.
See? I told you.
She said, and correct me if I'm wrong, even if you fail, she's still going to try to work it out with you.
Yes.
You're adopted.
Are you going to stop cheating on her?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
What's going to stop you?
The kids, the family, the past, the way she is right now.
Did you have sexual intercourse with more than one other woman besides your wife, Miranda? So besides the one that you know about. He said no. Since being married to Miranda, have you had sexual physical contact with anyone else? Almost coming up on, what, 3 months now, right?
Yeah.
Since being married to Miranda, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone else? And he said no. Did you ever have sexual physical contact with your cousin? He said no. Did you ever have sexual intercourse with your cousin? He said no. What do you think his results are? He told the truth.
Are you going to change? Are you actually going to make me feel wanted? I need to feel like you actually love me.
I do love you. I'm sorry.
You
But we
put
can't
me
live
in,
off the past anymore.
You need to put me and the kids first.
I am.
Well, it's
No
certainly
more.
a start. It's certainly a start that he's made an. I mean, listen, like I said, it's 2 months or 3 months, whatever. It's a start. He needs to prove it over the long run, but it certainly is a start. It sounds like he made a mistake. Maybe he realizes. Do you realize it?
Yes.
No more naked pictures to the cousin. Really, no more naked pictures to anybody but her, right?
Right.
All right. You got a good woman here. She loves you. Do you want to screw that up?
No.
No. So he made a mistake, but he, I think this says
I take marriage very
he
seriously.
made a mistake and he wants to make it right. Am I putting words in your mouth?
Yes.
No,
No.
I'm not.
Well-
That's what
You said what I would have said.
I said what you want to say, right?
Yes.
So why don't you say them to her?
I love you. And I'm sorry, and I will never mess up and do anything to hurt you ever again.
I understand you're young, but you married me. There is no going back.
I'm going to be there for you and the kids forever.
And you have to come home. You got to come home every night. There's none of staying out all night and not coming home. That's the number one rule. And you're not only doing it for her, you're doing it for your kids. Every night, Daddy comes home.
I called you, Steve, for help because I watch your show all the time.
Somebody's going to watch this and say, you know what? She was brave enough to do that. I can do that too.